this one. So all of us are refueled and ready to go, but now the heat is starting to get to us. That's because when we are stationary, the heat is always more when you are wearing all these gears. Let's crawl forward. Sweating our asses off, but hey, at least we got a full tank. Alcola 37, Shiliguri is 167 kilometers. 167 kilometers. Okay. So that should take us something about 3 hours. It's 5 p.m. So we will start to lose daylight soon. But not an issue. We all of us have aux lights. So that is, well, the issue of light is pretty much manageable. The map is doing a funny with us. It's asking us to turn around, take the route via Botolbari. Yeah. Finally, stopped glitching. We are here in Kishanganj, 33 kilometers away, Purnia, Bihar. Kishanganj and Purnia are actually both in Bihar. We might be subjected to a checking when we enter Bihar border. That's because, as you know, Bihar is a dry state, and they might check us if we have any contraband of any kind upon us. We don't, but well, they will check us anyways. This is actually the Purnia More, where we take a right turn and enter Bihar border. We will have to go through Kishanganj and Islampur next. As luck would have it, we stopped near a TVS showroom. They took our photos and everything. That's because I do not know if a Ronin venture of the scale has been done by any people before. Maybe, but it was the first from the Bengal, I'm pretty sure of that. After we get to Shiliguri, our first course of business will be to find a hotel to stay for the night, and then on the morning we will start for the hills. Probably somewhere cheap and best will be good. Let me remember. If I remember correctly, there were decent hotels near the Darjeeling More and also in Pradhan Nagar near the bus stand. So we'll have to check those areas out, and accordingly, most importantly, according to our budget, pick the place. It's 5:17 at the clock. We have 106 kilometers left. Still going through this very pretty forested area. The road is a bit broken, but that can be dealt with, I guess. And ode to the Ronin suspension, even if we are doing at 70-80 kilometer speed, we are not feeling much of a thing. Also, the sun's about to set. We will be switching on to the lights aux lights soon. Hoping that everything goes well. 85 kilometers more, which is around 1.5 hours. Feels a bit magical. This constant motion of going and going with the hum of the engine. That woke us up. We are still in the Purnia Siliguri road. The sun has completely set and it's dark. Visibility is not that great, so everyone has switched on their auxes. First of all, let's just make one thing clear quickly. If you are planning on taking the Ronin and you expect that the stock light will be enough for you to cruise in the highway at night, you will be very wrong. The Ronin's low beam especially is not sufficient at all. The high beam is pretty good, but with the stock angle it is elevated and the angle falls directly like 20-30 feet in front of you on a tree, so the focus is not that good. When you adjust the high beam and everything, it is pretty good and has decent focus. In this ride there are 7 Ronins. I'm in the 3rd number. There is Devabom in the front using the 8JG mini drive. There is Kostav in the 2nd using 8JG 70 watt. That is the biggest light that 8JG has, 70 140 watts. I am using the Maddox Scout X. I had the mini drive before that, but due to an accident I lost one of those focus lens caps, and after another incident I decided to switch out my entire AJG light assembly and move to Maddox. These lights I feel are sufficient. I had made a review video on it earlier also. Moving back, let me see who is coming up on me. I'll slow down and just let the guy pass. This is Shunjit sir. He has the AJG Owl. And trailing behind is Arunavada, Saurav and Orindam. All 3 of them I think use the AJG mini drives, which are pretty good and budget friendly, so it's a choice for many people also. The lights are sufficient. It's a spot type of light, so you can go for them if you want something within 1500 to 2000 bucks.